Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of April 30th, 2020. The current character challenge is Arkham Origins Joker. That is a 1 week repeat, and the required characters for that are Cyborg, Bane, and Wonder Woman, who you can get at Bronze, Silver, and Silver if you're looking at the lowest tier to get them in store. Passive is Contagious Laughter, which is Joker's special attacks inflict poison gas. The damage from the poison multiplies with every Arkham teammate. Attack is 1150, health 850. Last available in both October and September 2019.
Yeah, which just goes to show you why when people ask us about the pattern of the challenges, there's been a lot more interruptions with the challenges compared to multiplayer. So clearly, if they were going to have a rotation that only included Arkham Origins Joker every month, you'd quickly repeat a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, out of all the damage over times, which we call the DOTs, of all of those, poison is not my favorite. Because all it does is reduce the opponent's damage by 20%. So it's more of a defensive effect. I mean, I love bleed, right? Where it stacks and you do more damage. But, it's still decent as long as you're not facing a Blackest Night Flash team that is going to flip the damage over time against you.
Yeah.
So as a team goes, any Arkham teammate or even Batman Returns Catwoman would be good for boosting his damage over time. Quake Engine, which we like using on our Aquaman, it gets the added effect, because he's Joker, to lock in opponents for longer, so they'll take more of the damage over time, and you get the restart also, so you get more value out of it.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for Arkham Knight Catwoman, I think, we'd probably be using him more as a damage over time specialist on an Arkham team, but she's just so good and she causes bleeding.
For sure.
Yeah.
This week's multiplayer award is Astro Force, which becomes the Astro Harness, which, when it is fully upgraded, has the ability to, on any special attack, apply electric damage over time, dealing 10% of special damage for 5 seconds. On lethal hit, there's a 75% chance to trigger Power Shield that will absorb damage up to 40% of max health. And the evolved ability, which is invulnerability for 5 seconds at health thresholds 100%, 50%, and 10%. So it was last available in a season that started in October 2019 and finished in November. This is a 30th in a row that matches the previous multiplayer rewards pattern. If next week is Quake Engine, which we expect it will be, that would be 31 in a row. And as we like to mention here, it's a repeating cycle that misses out on Tantu Totem, Claw, Horus, and Necron's Scythe, which, especially for Tantu Totem, is quite significant. So we're hoping that, at some point that gets fixed, just so that new players can get the opportunity to get at Tantu Totem, especially. Right. And, the other two, too, just for completion. And they're not bad gears, but Tantu Totem is really the one that's painful to be missing.
Oh, yeah, sure. Is there anything that needs to be said that we haven't said about it? I mean, this is the platonic ideal of a defensive tank gear.
Yeah.
And I wonder
Sucks to face.
Okay, so what's funny is it's Plato, right? When you say platonic ideal.
Yeah.
When people talk about friendship, that's a platonic relationship. Yeah. So friendship is the ideal kind of relationship compared to everything else.
Well, because Plato talked about the different types of relationships that you can have, right? Because Eros is erotic love, and agape is, platonic love. So.
Right. All right, so what's funny is, so there's the first two abilities before he gets evolved. The first two abilities are decent, but I don't feel like they're particularly remarkable, right? So 10% damage over time that takes 5 seconds to complete, that's okay. 75% chance to get an extra 40% health is sort of okay too, but that 75% it's not that reliable.
Yeah.
And if you're hit with a hard enough special, it just all goes away on the same hit.
Yeah, it's not like a revive. It basically, you figure out after you've either been knocked out or not knocked out, if it's triggered, and it already takes the damage. It's like a secret hidden health pool that you may or may not have.
So effectively, on average, you're getting basically a 30% extra amount of health that doesn't do you anything. Like, if you got a revive, you could compartmentalize your health so that you could take a super and not get knocked out. This, if you take a super and it does enough damage, well, it makes no difference.
So sometimes you don't even know if it's triggered or not, because you just get knocked out anyways.
Right. So to me, the real key is the evolved ability, and that's what I think most people use it for. Invulnerability for 5 seconds is great. You get it 3 times. Tanks, you almost all have to have this, right? Because it buys you a bunch of chances to neutralize somebody who's got really big specials.
And also get some power, have that 5 seconds to be in when,
somebody hits
for
with
the
a super.
tag out time, yeah.
Yeah. So to me, the best slot for the person with your Astro Harness is not the first slot, because then you have more control over the first invulnerability, and you can decide when you do it. Because I gotta tell you, there's nothing more satisfying when you watch them waste 3 bars of power on nothing.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun.
In the store, we have the Teen Titans Raven pack for 27 Canadian. That comes with no credits for some reason.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
For a single character, no credits?
It's the full price one. It should normally come with 100,000 credits, but I guess they've decided no credits for us this time.
Yeah.
So it's 1 copy. They don't unlock in your store. It's a clue for next week's challenge. It's probably what next week's challenge is going to be. Never guarantee, though, because every once in a while it does diverge from that. But yeah, no, super expensive. This is sort of the worst deal we've had in a while for challenge characters, at least. And we also have the Bleed Out pack. So that's 27 Canadian. No gears, but you do get 3 characters. So you get Batman Returns Catwoman, Regime Aquaman, and Mortal Kombat Scorpion.
Yeah, and to me, this is a better deal.
Yeah.
I mean, Regime Aquaman's got to have one of the worst passives. Maybe not the worst. His is the passive where it drains. It's a super, and it drains everybody's power on it.
Yeah.
And it does reduce damage. So
I don't know. Aquaman have traditionally very bad passives too. Atlantean Hero is also a pretty bad passive.
Although it's a great exploit of Master's Death Cart and Tantu Totem.
That's true.
But anyway, so it's still not worth it. Also same deal, right? It doesn't unlock in your store.
Yeah. In Survivor, we have the LexCorp gear set until the 6th of May, 2020. I think we might stop mentioning that pretty soon, just because we've said it before, but we seem to be getting different stuff from other people.
Well, people have been commenting. I mean, it's definitely different iOS compared to Android.
Yeah. And it's been times where it's been different on our different devices too. So there's something funky going on, and we're not 100% sure how meaningful that information is.
Some people have speculated that it's a result of time shifting, but I think we've been pretty careful.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that that's what it is.
Phantom Zone is currently finished. Fight 62 is still broken.
So last weekend's breakthrough was Bane, Killer Frost, and Ares, and based on schedule, likely this weekend coming up will be Sinestro, Green Arrow, and Scorpion. There's a link in the description to a Reddit thread that Devlin16 has posted that goes over the complete breakthrough cycle, if you're so inclined and interested in reading about it.
Moving on to the current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android, but we will talk about what other people have told us for iOS in terms of pointing you in the right direction of glitches, although we can't personally vouch for them.
Right. So we start with the significant not working glitches. There's no working glitch for credits that we are willing to endorse. And we talk about the reasons why in more detail in a previous season of our Q&A when it used to be called our P and Q and C and A and T video, season 6, episode 9. The main point is that anytime you are simultaneously logged into one account with 2 devices, which is the way one particular glitch is done, the risk of getting your account suspended is too high, not worth it, so we don't endorse that. The glitch for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards, that one's not working. The one for getting it early, it's not working in a way that you can exploit it, because you can trigger it, but you can't trigger it in a way where you have the choice to rank up as high as you want to get the main prize. No point ranking up to get or getting the 10% prize early. You need to be at least top 5%.
Unless you really don't care about the rewards, but it seems like even then you might as well just not play.
Right. And when it's around, there's no glitch to get through Phantom Zone quickly, and the free energy that used to be able to get watching the video, where there was a glitch where you could not watch the video, well, that's not there because the button's not there to get the free energy.
Yeah. Moving on to the working glitches, the glitch to let you play Phantom Zone repeatedly
was still working. Yesterday, or earlier today.
We're imagining it's still working, but we can't test it right now. But what we can test still is the challenge reset method, and that's requires Google Play Cloud Save, and we've tested and confirmed that on Arkham Origins Joker. The reason why we bundle them together is because if you're doing one, you're doing both of them. So we know that right now it doesn't matter, but it's just good practice to remember it so that when you do have both of them up, that you make sure that anytime you're resetting either, you're willing to reset both.
Right.
We've also cut and pasted a comment from a viewer, Jonathan Yang, on how to reset the challenge on an iOS device. Like we said, we can't vouch for this ourselves, but both Jonathan and some other people have commented that it is effective.
Breakthrough glitch let you play repeatedly, still working. Airplane mode / refund glitch is also still working. Good for packs with random drops, also known as loot boxes, and last laugh tickets. On Android, at least, it does not work in the Phantom Zone because being in the Phantom Zone for your last crystal requires an online connection. We've heard differing accounts from iOS, but on Android at least, which we can test, it's not an option.
Mm-hmm. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. As always, return your clock back to normal before you finish mucking around. And in between the not working and working glitches, we have the promotion glitch where you can promote characters that are still locked. It hasn't had the right conditions since update 2.14, so it's not testable and it's not usable, but it has never been tested. The conditions have never been right and it has failed. So technically, we don't know if it's patched or not.
Right.
And we will probably never have any way of knowing if it's been patched or not.
That's true. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd like to wrap it up by thanking our patrons on Patreon.
Yeah, often you do it, so I'm going to take it this time.
All right.
So that's a huge thank you to Console Peasant and Edwoon, who are supporting us at the top tier Last Word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, and Brandon C., who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff and Scarlet Enby at the gratitude level. Thanks so much for your support, and we'll see you guys next time. Komoda.